What's up, Wild fans? Joe O'Donnell here on Twitter at Wild Joe Radio. And look who we got on FaceTime. A little Jerry time via FaceTime. What's up, Gerry Mayhew? How are you, buddy?
I'm great, Joe. How are you?
Good. And your Twitter handle at Alfano20 in case any of the peeps want to keep up to date. We caught you at a perfect time. You're headed back to Michigan to lock down at home for a few weeks. And we caught you sort of at a little rest stop break. So perfect timing. Update our fans. How are you, bud?
I'm good. I'm good. I just spent a day in Michigan last night with my girlfriend Kendall, and I'm driving back now, and I'm gonna see what I can do with 3 weeks lockdown. It's gonna be tough to do stuff outside, so maybe go for a walk or something. But I don't know.
A lot of the Iowa Wild players have head back to their hometowns already. You were one of the last to leave. Real quick, shout out Wainwright Rustlers and your roommate Mason Shaw, the old senior league team up there in Wainwright, Alberta. How are your roommates doing? Have you talked to any of your other teammates as well?
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of guys. I know Sam is still in Iowa. Leambus is still in Iowa. Just a couple guys are, and I think mostly everybody went home. A lot of mini guys and the guys who really needed to get home and beat the border shutdown or whatever. Um, but yeah, it's a weird situation. It's something that's pretty much never happened. It's kind of it's not the best thing ever. We're having such a good season, and it gets shut down like that. No one loves that.
How have you been spending the start of this time, the quarantine time?
A lot of Netflix, a lot of video games. I'm sure everyone else is on board with that. I've gone on some walks and I maybe a run or two, but other than that, it's been kind of like routine every morning. Wake up, breakfast, Netflix, lunch, video games. Trying to stay busy, trying to get through this, Joe.
What are you watching on Netflix? I know Ozark came out today.
I just watched the first episode of that actually
No
today.
spoilers.
No spoilers. I was pretty excited when I heard that was out, but I got back into Grey's Anatomy. I've watched pretty much everything, and I just got into it again. I don't know why, but already on season 4. So
Did you dive into Tiger King?
I watched 20 minutes of Tiger King and turned it off.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't even know what it's about. Like this guy has like big cats, like a zoo, his own zoo.
You got to stay with it, man. My wife and I, Karen and I, just finished the docu series last night. It can be grinding at times, but I think the weirdness and the chaos and like the factor, you just stick with
Yeah.
it.
All right.
All right.
I'll trust you on that one.
I know social media is a place for people to sort of outlet, to learn more about what's going on, to stay in touch with other folks. Have you been on social media? Have you been paying attention? Have you been diving into any of the challenges that we see on social media?
I've probably been nominated for 7 different challenges, and I've yet to do one of them. If I get bored enough, I might have to start doing them. Um, but yeah, I've been on social media. A lot of people helping out, which is awesome. And like I said, it's a tough time right now, and people can't go to work, and it's just a difficult time for people right now. And I guess everyone trying to help. It's great. It's great to see.
Have you done any virtual sort of FaceTimes, happy hours, or connected with friends and family? I found that, I don't want to say it's weird because you always FaceTime people, but to get 4 to 6 to 8 people on one of those like group hangouts or house party and just kind of have a beer and just, catch up. Have you done any of that?
I haven't. But that's a pretty good idea. We can maybe, as a team, get together every once a week or something and have a beer and just chat. Yeah, but I haven't done that. Usually when you do that, it's complete chaos, especially with
Yeah,
some of the guys on our team.
yeah.
And but
Give
no,
me
it's
give me 3 teammates. Give our fans 3 teammates that you would bring on first if you were going to do some type of happy hour FaceTime hangout.
Three teammates I'd bring. Let's see. Probably Sam for sure. I have to get Sam on there. I'm gonna bring Manel. I'm gonna bring Manel on. and and you know what? I hate to say this, but I might bring Barkowski on just to
Entertainment
see what
value.
just to see what he has to say.
Yeah.
Because
All right.
everything he says is very, very interesting. So, and I'm sure you can agree.
Let's go back to Sam Anis for a minute. You've played with him on a line on the power play for a couple of years now. What's it like playing with Sam Anis?
He's an unbelievable player, unbelievable playmaker. He can score. It helps that we've been together for so long, and we kind of just know where each other are on the ice, and like we really don't have to talk about much. We just lock eyes, and we know kind of exactly what one's gonna do, and especially on the power play, he's huge on the power play, and um, he's given me a lot of pucks that not many people could get me in the middle, and it's helped me a ton.
When you were rolling there before the last call up to Minnesota, you're at 39 goals, you're coming off a hat trick, you're red hot. I mean, as hot as it could possibly be for a player individually speaking, from finding the back of the net in that standpoint. Was 50 goals a realistic number for you? Had you thought about it at all?
I haven't really thought about it. I mean, 50 goals is a lot of goals. Um, I coming into this season, I didn't think I was even going to be close to 39 goals this season. Um, you know, it's just been one of those years where the puck's been finding the back of the net, and everything's kind of worked out in my favor. And you have to cherish those moments because they don't happen all the time. And people have slumps and stuff like that. But yeah, coming in, I mean, 50. Some of the guys joked about it, road to 50. I don't know. That's that's tough. 50 in 2020. Danny Heatley with the 50 in '07, I think it was. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a tough accomplishment.
What would a typical offseason be like? Say the year it ended normally, playoffs or what have you. What would you be doing?
I would go home for a little bit for sure. I'd probably take 2 weeks off of just kind of relaxing and getting the body right, and then maybe I think, like I said, I go to Denver. I go usually it's the end of June and early July, and I'll go out there and train, and then I'll do a lot of golfing. And that's one thing that I think is going to be closed. I mean, it has to be closed here. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but that would probably mostly what I do is I probably golfed I don't know 70 times last year, pretty much every day. Every day I golf pretty much.
Um, a couple weeks ago in Grand Rapids, a tough loss. They score late. You lose the game. You get on the bus. It's the end of a 2 week road trip. You're on the bus 7 hours, and that was sort of really the time where news broke the NBA was going to suspend the season, and people really started to get the sense that this was a major, epidemic, pandemic, whatever the term you want to use is in the U.S. and how it's going to affect our lives, our work, all those things. When you first heard the AHL season and the NHL season were now going to be suspended, where were you and what was your reaction?
Um, well, we were like you said, we were on the bus when we heard about the NBA, and I think everyone pretty much knew that if the NBA is going to shut down, all these other sports are going to start shutting down. And um, I think they made it the next day. The NHL made it. I think, if I'm correct, made it the next day. The
Yep.
announcement, and it's just like it's kind of like shocking. You don't think that this is going to happen. It comes out of nowhere, and your season could be done. They're postponing right now, but if we don't figure this out, there's really nothing we can do, and it's sad because, like I said, guys on contract years or who are having great years, they can't finish a season, and teams who are doing great and fighting for a playoff spot or who are in a playoff spot can't play in the Stanley Cup Finals, which is the ultimate goal. And it's tough. It's tough to take in, but you got to stay positive at a time like this.
If the season is over, which we don't know yet, what will
Right.
what will be your lasting impression of this group for the Iowa Wild and all that you guys had accomplished to this point?
Yeah, we've had a great team, and we've had a huge battle with Milwaukee. We're right behind them, and um, it's fun when you have a good team and great guys, and it's just tough when you're having such a great season and you can't finish it out, and all that hard work you put in the summer and training camp and practice, and it's tough, but and I feel bad for the guys who are at the end of their career, who are thinking about retiring, but now, like, it's, if you don't play, what do you do? Do you go one more season? And it's kind of just all over the place right now. So you feel for those guys.
Give a message to our fans out there, Iowa Wild fans that are maybe down a bit or trying to stay safe, trying to stay healthy, and obviously some anxious times.
Yeah, just thanks for your support this year, and hopefully it's not the last time you guys can come to a game this year, and if it is, we greatly appreciate all your support. And this year I think has been great with you fans, and we've had a ton of people reach out to us, and we greatly appreciate that. And like Joe said, you stay safe, and we'll battle this out.
Hair's looking good. How you feeling?
Feel good. I need a haircut badly, but
Yeah, I think we all do.
I'm assuming no one's open, so I might have to get like an aunt or something to cut it for me or something. But
Drive
I
safe,
have
my
my,
friend.
yeah. Hey, thanks, Joe.
You're the man, Gerry Mayhew. Thanks for joining us here. We don't have a title for this segment yet. We'll figure out something fancy, but you were the guinea pig, so thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. I'll think of something. I got an hour drive.
And
I'll
you
text you.
tell, yeah, please, you tell Jerry Senior and Kathy I said what up.
I will.
You know I got nothing but love for the Mayhews. All right, Jerry Mayhew,
Yeah.
travel safe, my friend. Thanks.
Thanks. Later.
All right, Wild fans, that was Gerry Mayhew. We'll have more of these in the future. Thanks for supporting the Iowa Wild. Stay safe. Keep it real.